Hey guys, so Apple have just had a virtual event, which is pretty much like all events in 2020, and they've unveiled their new lineup of iPhones. Now, I watched the whole thing, and I have a few first impressions to share with you guys, so let's go. First of all, they unveiled 4 different models this year. So you have the iPhone 12, the iPhone 12 mini, the iPhone 12 Pro, and the iPhone 12 Pro Max. So 4 new phones in total, but they will also continue to sell some of their older products, so the lineup as a whole is a bit more confusing now, but let's go over the new ones. So first of all, the iPhone 12. For me, they've included pretty much all of the most interesting features in the iPhone 12 already. So this year, I think it's a little bit harder to justify going for the iPhone 12 Pro or the iPhone 12 Pro Max than in previous years. The iPhone 12, along with all of the iPhones, now support 5G, and they did spend a lot of time talking about 5G. Of course, it doesn't apply to most of us in the world yet. It is nice to have, and you most likely will hang on to this phone for the next couple of years at least, and by then it's going to be a lot more accessible. Plus, if they only included it in, let's say, the iPhone 12 Pro Max, a lot of people would be complaining about that. So it's good that it's not an option. You get it if you buy an iPhone 12. The iPhone 12 has a new design and it looks a bit more similar to the iPad Pro, and I think it looks great. I think this is the design that people have been wishing the iPhone had for the last couple of years now. I think people got a little bit bored of the curvy design with the rounded edges. This looks a little bit more familiar to the iPhone 4 or the iPhone 5 from back in the day, only with more curves around the sides. But you still have aluminium all around the side and the flat screen on the front, so well done, Apple. The phones, of course, have IP68 water resistance, which is great, but that's really nothing special. In fact, it was already not special back in 2015 before the iPhone even had this, but it's nice to have. They did spend some time focusing on their new ceramic glass, which is this protection on the front of the screen. You can think of it like Gorilla Glass on Android phones, although they did specifically not talk about it being glass. It seems to be some kind of composite material. I guess we're gonna see a lot of tests popping up on YouTube soon, finding out how tough this is. Apple claim it to be 4 times as resistant to drops. I don't know how much more resistant it will be to scratches, but that will be interesting to see as well. But yeah, if it's tougher, that's a good thing. The iPhone 12 gets some nice upgrades when it comes to the screen as well. The iPhone 12 now comes with a 6.1-inch 1080p OLED display rather than the 720p LCD display that the standard iPhone 11 came with. Again, on paper, this doesn't sound that impressive in 2020, but as we know, Apple tends to perform better in real life than the specifications would suggest, so I have a feeling this screen will be pretty awesome. The new dual camera system is also a nice upgrade. You now get 2 lenses, one standard or wide as they call it with f1.6 aperture, and you get a ultra wide lens with f2.4 aperture. So you can expect to see some nice improvements when it comes to taking pictures and videos in low light situations. Only the standard camera is stabilized, not the ultra wide one, but that makes sense anyway. You don't need stabilization on a very wide angle lens, so fair enough. So let's talk about charging. Unfortunately, it's another year of no USB-C on the iPhones, so that's a bummer. But something we weren't expecting, do you remember MagSafe from the old MacBooks? Well, it's back in a different kind of way. So now you can get this MagSafe wireless charger, which basically snaps on to the back of the iPhone magnetically and makes sure that it lines up perfectly for wireless charging. People are saying it's not a wireless charger because the magnetic charger still has a cable, but I mean, so does literally every wireless charger ever. So for me, as long as there's no cable directly plugging into the phone, it's a wireless charger. It costs $39 and it's already up on their website, which isn't cheap, but it's also not as extortionate as some of the other Apple accessories. You know the ones I'm talking about. It's a 15-watt charger, so that's nothing special. But what's cool is that this MagSafe technology will open some doors for new accessories to come along. For example, this card holder that also has been designed by Apple and it's also available on their website. But there will be a whole bunch of third-party accessories coming as well, and I'm sure there will be some interesting new use cases. Moving on, as we predicted, there is no charging brick inside the box. And that's going to be a bummer if this is your very first iPhone, because a charging brick is now another thing you have to buy separately. But it also makes sense. Most iPhone customers are returning customers who have been using iPhones for years, and they have charging bricks already. Plus, they have some environmental commitments, and this is one way of helping them reduce e-waste. And thirdly, it's going to allow them to have smaller packaging, which is going to enable them to be able to ship more devices. There's some new colors as well. I'm liking red stuff lately. I don't know why. Maybe I've been watching too much MKBHD, but I think that one looks nice, and I also think the blue one looks quite nice. The next big upgrade is the A14 Bionic chips. So this is the world's first 5nm chipset, and Apple are great at developing high-performance chips. So without getting into too many technical details, this is going to be a fast phone for sure, no questions about that. So that's the new iPhone 12. It's going to cost $799 US, which is more than last year's standard iPhone 11, but as we've said before, they've packed in a lot more of the good stuff this time around, so I think it's worth the extra money. They quickly also teased us with the iPhone 12 mini. Now this is exactly the same phone, it has all of the same features in a smaller size. So instead of a 6.1 inch display, it has a 5.4 inch display. And it's going to be great for people who have smaller hands or just those who want to have a smaller device. The iPhone 12 mini will cost $699, so that kind of just fills the gap that was left behind by the iPhone 12 going up to $799. So that leaves us with their flagship products, the iPhone 12 Pro and the iPhone 12 Pro Max. With these devices, they have kept the prices the same, so $999 for the iPhone 12 Pro and $1099 for the iPhone 12 Pro Max. Now again, they are keeping all of the great features that we've all talked about and bringing a few new things on board as well. We have some new colors for these two phones. One of them is gold, if you're into that kind of thing. And also the sides around the phone are now made out of stainless steel instead of aluminium, and they seem to be a lot more shiny. But the real reason to go for the Pro or the Pro Max is for the cameras. Along with the other two lenses that we've already mentioned, the Pro and the Pro Max both come also with a telephoto lens that is also with an f1.6 aperture, so it's also going to be really good for taking photos and videos in low light scenarios. And you now get LiDAR as well, which in simple terms is a laser that is emitted from the phone, and it helps the phone to measure distances by seeing how long it takes for the laser light signal to come back to the sensor. So this is going to help the phone be more accurate when it comes to augmented reality, and it will also make it much better at focusing with the cameras in low light situations. They talked for a while about Apple Pro RAW, which is basically going to give the iPhones the ability to take raw images, and that's great for photography enthusiasts who like to be able to tweak their images, change colors around, and still keep as much of the details as possible. Another big mention was that the 12 Pro and 12 Pro Max will be the first phones on the market to be able to do 4K 60 frames per second video using Dolby Vision HDR. Now that sounds crazy impressive, but so far it's kind of just marketing because we haven't seen what the real footage looks like, but I'm super curious to see what video will look like from these phones. So then there's the 12 Pro Max. Again, it has all of these great features, but three main differences. Number one is it's bigger than the 12 Pro, so it has a 6.7 inch display instead of a 6.1 inch display. Two, the telephoto lens for some reason is more telephoto than on the standard 12 Pro. So instead of a 2x zoom factor, it's a 2.5x zoom factor. I don't know why, but that's how it is. And number three, it has an improved version of optical image stabilization where the actual sensor itself is stabilized rather than the lens. So this should mean you'll be able to get even smoother video footage and potentially also some sharper images in low light situations. If you use a longer exposure, you'll be able to keep the phone steady for, let's say, 1 or 2 seconds, which will allow the sensor to gather a whole bunch of extra light. One thing that I was really hoping would be mentioned but wasn't is the refresh rate. It's becoming standard now on many high-end Android smartphones to offer refresh rates of up to 120 Hz. And for whatever reason, Apple have decided to not do it this time around, which I suspect will mean that some people will skip this iPhone and wait for the one next year, which hopefully will have a higher refresh rate. So that about sums it up for the new iPhones. Are you guys impressed? Is there anything else you wish was included that wasn't? Let me know down below in the comments. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please smash the like button, hit the subscribe button if you haven't done that already, it helps me out a bunch, and I'll see you guys next time.